Continue. More custom behavior while navigating. Um, in many cases, your destination fragment will need some data to construct itself. The navigation component has a Gradle plugin called Save Args that generates simple object and the builder classes for type-safe navigation and access to any associated arguments. Safe args is strongly recommended when navigating and passing data between destinations to ensure type safety. So, for example, let's say that you want to pass this like degrees, right, through this blank fragment and show it here, right? So you need to pass some data from this fragment, and it's recommended to use for such cases SafeArgs plugin, and it has the following features, following benefits. And let's see how you can use that. To get started with SafeArgs, you will need to edit two of your Gradle files. First, edit the top level Gradle file using adding this code snippet, and next you need to add so this one to your apps model Gradle file. Let's add them. This is our top level Gradle file. Okay, we need to add. Yeah, we already have that. So this is defined as safe args, and you will see, here we will see that it's already defined type. By the way, instant weather is using not just build Gradle, it's using a file called like KTS, right? It's Kotlin script file. So you can optionally use these KTS files instead of pure Gradle files to define your uh, build scripts, right? Uh, this was introduced uh, recently or like 3 years ago, probably, and this is really useful because it supports like navigation, so you can just click on ClassPass and see its documentation. It also has type hinting while you are typing. But yeah, I think nowadays Gradle also has type hinting, but this is like a Kotlin way, right? So this is a Kotlin way of defining scripts, and you can't. It's more easy to understand. So yeah. So we see that safe-args is already defined, and let's check our up-level Gradle file. No, no. So, yeah, it's already defined here too. We don't need these steps for our project. And yeah, after setting up the Gradle dependencies and the plugins for safe-args, here are the steps you must complete to send data between fragments. As a concrete example, the next few slides refer to an app that uh, takes two numbers in one fragment and sends them to the next fragment to be multiplied together. So, but yeah, we will use as our sample app and send this like Celsius to another fragment, right? Uh, so let's here steps and let's do some steps. Firstly, we need to define argument to our fragment that it receives. Let's define here. Here we need to do like that. And yeah, let's define argument let's we can do it from here too. We can like arguments plus and so on. Yeah, but let's do from there. Right? Let's save time and then do it from there. Here, create any arguments. Name. Let's call it I don't know, temperature. Right? Temperature. Uh, type is float and default value is okay. Let's define it as 0.0. Okay, here's our argument, and here it's defined two arguments, and here a list of uh, supported arguments. So you are not just limited to floats. You can use like uh, most types of like integer, long, boolean. Even you can pass an array or enum. Also, you can pass something called reference. So also you can pass serializable and parcelable. So I think we will cover this. These are used to pass some classes. So, for example, you have some person class, and if you need to pass it, you need to implement a parcelable interface or serializable interface, and after that you can pass that class using safe args. Right? It's recommended to use parcelable instead of serializable because this works faster than serializable. And yeah, we already have created an action. So here you need to create action. We already have it right here. Not this one. Let's remove this one. We have it this one, right? All fragment does not fragment. Okay. So and to specify your arguments, so this plugin, SafeArgs plugin, will automatically generate a code for you to specify those arguments. So in this example, let's see it. Compile create our action, and yeah, we see directions class, right? Directions, type directions, and we see that we have home fragment directions. And when we uh, and we see two hints, right? So the first one is action to blank fragment, and you see that it receives a temperature, which is like which is this action, and the temperature is this one. We already have it defined, and we need to pass binding the temperature that text, right? Uh, okay, this is a string. We convert it to string. Okay, we have it as float. Condition temperature. Yeah, we have it as out here. So then we just need to refer to weather. So weather building dot weather and network weather description and description. Oh, condition. Okay, condition and temperature, right? And to float. Convert it to float. Syntax. Okay. And after that, we can just type navigate and pass actions there, and it should work. Oh, by the way, in blank fragment, so these are steps to pass it, right? And how to receive it. Let's see how to receive it. So here we use like a generated method, generated class, which is called multiply fragment args. In this case, in our case, it will be like blank fragment args, and we use this method by nav args to receive it. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, this one is normal, right? Let's make one normal, and in case of normal, we can just pass 0 F, right? So okay, I'm recapturing video since the sound was cut for some reason, so I have to recapture it. And let's continue from here. To receive it, we need to we need to use this method. So let's use it. So I've created black fragment already, and I've added some binding code to use that data binding. And let's write that code, right? So this code. So we need to define val args is equal to, you can name it as you want. So it will be like blank fragment args, which be resolved by nav args, right? So this is a method provided by fragment class, so it's fragment library. So and it helps us to parse arguments directly. It's part of like safe args plugin, right? And yeah, here we can just update our text, which is equal to args.temperature and to string, right? Or we can do something like that. We can use string templates for that. And type like that. Temperature is and something like that. Yeah. So it's arguing that we should use string resources, but for this sample it's okay because we are just showing arguments, right? We are not doing real world application now. Okay, I'm running on my phone because on the emulator I'm having some problems with internet. Maybe it's because of the Wi-Fi, maybe not. So okay, when we click on this, it passes that temperature to this blank fragment and shows it, right? So we can safely pass any argument from one fragment to another fragment, right? By using SafeArgs plugin. Okay, that's all. I think that's all for this part. Yeah.